Hi there, folks. This is Stephen Hewer with Synergistic Nutrition. I wanted to take the time to tell you about something that's a very, very important aspect of achieving ideal health and feeling really great. That's the subject of fasting. I began my first fast when I was 21 years old. So to give you a little bit of history, when I was 15 and a half, I had 7 mercury fillings in my mouth, which are made of mercury, silver, and tin and copper. And then I had two more fillings put into my mouth at the age 15 and a half. So that made it a total of 9. But the ones put in at that time in 1976, they were made up of, they took out the silver and they actually made them high copper amalgam fillings. So they were mercury, high amounts of copper, and then the tin. This type of filling that was installed in people's mouths in 1976 forward was a type of filling that released 50 times more mercury than the previous version. So those 2 fillings were equal to the same amount as 100 of the previous kind of fillings, which meant that my exposure to mercury was very high. I got very sick that very day, and the result of this snowball effect of the mercury in my mouth led to killing the nerves in my intestines, causing me to have chronic constipation. So the result of that was that I started to play around with diet because I really didn't have anybody to help me, teach me, help me to figure out what went wrong. No one was pointing the finger at the fillings. No one had any idea. So as a young kid, I just had to, use common sense and what was in front of me. And the most significant change I made was to become a vegetarian. So for 4 years, 15 and a half to like 2021, I was vegetarian. And that was just because, when your bowels don't move well, you need to not put things into your gut that are going to release a lot of ammonia or nitrogen waste, which is what animal proteins do if they stay around too long in the gut. So I struggled with that for all that time, and then during that time I basically ate small amounts of food. So for 4 years I was semi-fasting, semi-starving all the time, which led to adrenal fatigue by age 20, adrenal exhaustion. But finally I was introduced to someone who had a book out that was basically instructing you on how to fast in a certain way to clean out your intestines. So that book described that I needed to consume vegetable juice and water for a period of 7 to 10 days and to make these clay psyllium shakes. So this has been around a long time, clay psyllium shakes, something that Victor Irons, I believe, introduced, that you just basically take a teaspoon of psyllium powder and mix it with your water or juice, and then a tablespoon, I think, of bentonite clay for every 75 pounds of body weight or so, or 50 pounds of body weight. And you mix that up with your water juice combination and it becomes kind of thick. You drink it 3 times a day, 4 times a day, and it helps alleviate the hunger, but it also acts like both a broom and a magnet. So the clay acts like a magnet to pull things to itself, and the expansion of the psyllium causes a broom effect. So you end up continually exposing your gut to this cleansing, pulling effect for a period of, in this case, I did it for 10 days. So for 10 days, I drank about 2 quarts a day of carrot juice in the morning and then afternoon, and then drank about 1 quart of fresh grape juice at night. And that was all I did with water for, I did also some tablets of beet juice tablets and also wheatgrass juice tablets during that time. So for that 10-day period of time, that's all I did. But from days 5 through 8, this tire rubber type fecal matter came out of my intestines, and I felt fantastic. I felt like reborn when that stuff was out of my system. So one of the finest mechanisms of healing and cleansing is a result of the effects of what your body does to you when you are fasting on water or juice. So this is one of the most economical things you can do. Hopefully, you can take some time off to rest and take 7 to 10 days off and do a water fast or a juice fast. In the event that you can't take time off but you want to benefit in some way, then you might want to do a 3-day fast, like a Friday, Saturday, and a Sunday, where you're drinking juices or something for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and getting these benefits of fasting. When you fast, your body is going to dissolve old unhealthy tissue that's in the way of you functioning properly. One of the things that I noticed consistently when I would do a fast was that any soreness or restriction of flexibility was like dissolved. I mean, I was very limber, flexible, no aches and pains, and you just feel renewed. You feel happy again. And that's in the effect of what I said, was that after the 10 days of the cleanse that I did, my original first juice fast, I got all this stuff out of my system. I felt reborn. I felt happy. I felt loving. I felt positive. I felt optimistic. My energy was up. I could do things again. So this is a very simple thing, but in order to inspire your mind to believe in this and commit to it so that you're willing to discipline yourself to do this, I suggest one of 3 books or all 3 books that I'm about to share with you. This is the first one, Herbert M. Shelton, The Science and Fine Art of Fasting. Excellent book, just phenomenal, the case histories and what's happened for people. There are Rational Fasting by Arnold Ehret, where he himself restored himself, healed himself of a kidney disease that in his day was called Bright's disease. He also helped others heal themselves, and their stories are in here, and they're very impressive and inspiring. And then you've got The Miracle of Fasting by Paul Bragg. So this book is one of the most inspirational just because of who Paul Bragg was and what he went through to regain his health, fasting and all. And he set up a routine where he would fast 1 day a week, and then he would also fast once every 3 months, 7 to 10 days on water. He did that ongoing. And this man was like Hercules. He had so much strength, so much energy, so much vitality. He was surfing in Hawaii, in his like 70s or 80s. He was really, really a vital person. So very simple, but does require discipline. These are very inspirational books. I don't carry them, but I recommend you pick them up, online or something, or at a bookstore. People have had their cancers dissolve out of their bodies in 21 days. Just 21 days of water fast and all their cancers are totally gone. So this is a big game changer. Supplements are great. I love supplements. But every so many months or every six months to a year, I consider it imperative for people to fast for 7 days to 10 days on juice or water. And the benefits are just phenomenal. I believe, though it has yet to be proven scientifically, that the telomeres lengthen, which are the part of your DNA that when they get longer, your cell is now getting younger. So I do believe people are becoming biologically younger after doing water or juice fast, and you're giving yourself so much benefit that you just deserve it to yourself to bless yourself with that experience. Thank you for your time and attention.